Hey guys, this is Namkraft. What's going on? Welcome to the second set of round of 16. This is going to be Group A of ASL S19. We're going to be having some nice fights here, but a little bit boring because it's going to be TvT mostly and a couple of ZVT. Barracks versus Light, the second set. These players a little bit closer in skills compared to the previous game. Let me just quickly show you the elo stats to show you what I mean. So here are the top 10 Broodwar players and their respective, stats. YB, who is in the YB clan. I think Scan is in the YB clan. I don't know who else is in the YB clan. I think Light might be in the YB clan. I don't think Soki is in any clan. He's not a clan boy. Anyways, yeah, so you can see Light and Barracks. So Light is 1378, Barracks is 1237 in terms of ranking. Light is in the top 10. He's around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Barracks is out. Live forever from France with love, very nice. Bonjour, je parle français aussi moi. Alright, next thing I want to show you is, I guess not this one, I want to show you where are the win rates. Okay, here are the win rates, there you are. So as you can see, Light against Terran, he has not played a lot of Terran games. Barracks has played a lot of Terran games and his win rates is quite nice, 63%. 63% win rate in the last 30 days, so that's what we have. Of course, the map is Metropolis, as you know. And yeah, these two players spawning right next to each other is gonna be something of interest here because, of course, this map is very prone to drop. As you can see, gas getting taken a little bit earlier by Barracks on this Light. I'm not really a TvT person. I'm not really a Starcraft person, actually, in all honesty. So let me know, what does that mean when one Terran player goes for faster gas compared to the other? Of course, you want to go for fast gas at all times, but when and how and what are the pros and cons, right? Of course, you want to get a faster factory out, or maybe it's to actually push for a faster starport or something else. Anyways, looks like Light is checking for the center. He want to make sure he can catch some free wins. For example, if Barracks went for a Barracks in the center, he could maybe, for example, try to stop that SC from building the Barracks, or to at least to slow it down. Or, he knows that he doesn't have to make too many Marines because the enemy is way out there in the middle, and of course, making some Marines would just be a huge investment, and Light can just defend from his high ground. Those kind of little nitpicking details could be interesting here. But anyways, going to be having the factory for coming up from Barracks, and of course for Light it's about the same. So I'm gonna take this chance to read some advertising. My name is Namkraft. Welcome to the channel. Have a seat and take a look at the video description for some nice information that will be of use and of interest to all of you. First of all, there's always going to be a link to the previous game in the set or the tournament match day, and the next games in that series and the overall tournament playlist. So if you don't want to get spoiled, go ahead and click on those links to move around. If you are a TR.net user, you just Google Namkraft ASL Season 19 TR.net, or just Google Namkraft TL.net blog, because I have written a blog and I basically just put all of the games that I've casted for the ASL in that blog, and they're all spoiler free. So feel free to take note of that and to use it to to see where are the nice games to watch without getting spoiled. What else I want to tell you? There is going to be a slight disorientation in the sound, a bit more Korean on one side and a bit more English and game sound on the other side. This is by design because a lot of you are actually Korean as well. And so I try to, kind of have a one-size-fit-all approach to make sure that every one of you gets a little bit of satisfaction from watching Namkraft. If you have a Facebook account, feel free to add friends with me. My Facebook account is called Namkraft. The link to everything I say is in the video description. So like I said, take a look at the video description. If you have Telegram, go ahead and join the Telegram group called Broodwar Forever. It's where I post these videos almost as fast as YouTube, sometimes even faster, and no ads at all on Telegram. So go ahead and feel free to take use of those technologies. You can also join the Broodwar Forever Starcraft channel, or Facebook group. That is going to be a nice way for you to actually get notifications as to when I post again, because sometimes this YouTube channel disappears and some others appear in its in its place. So you don't want to subscribe, just want to go and check out the Broodwar Forever Facebook group, and whenever I post a video on some other obscure channels, you will get notification right away. some minor details before we get into something a little bit more interesting, which is that all of these videos, especially for TVTs, they only have one ad in the entire set for the ASL tournament, not for the random games that I cast up random players, but for these almost real-time tournaments like ASL, KCM, and there's only one one ad at the beginning of each video. So I hope you enjoy that. If you like that, you can feel free to buy me coffee. Link to that is gonna be in the description. Once you buy me coffee, you would have access to a guaranteed to be epic games handpicked by me, released early for supporters without ads, just like the way that these raids very hysterically attacking the SCVs. The games will be as much fun as that. The link to that is always going to be in the description. Zelle, PayPal, or credit card is going to be the 3 methods of choice here. If you have Binance, you can do that. What is happening? Why are these raids doing so much damage from Light, and does Barracks have a chance to get back here? His armory is not completed. He's not... Okay, he builds the first turret, and he's going to try to go back, and of course these raids is going to be faster to attack the SVs than to attack the tank, and one turret goes down. Looks like Barracks is going to finally run away now. No, he's going to go inside the main, and there's a turret in the main, but these SVs are also very much damaged. And okay, Barracks is having a nice build. I guess maybe Light just doesn't prepare for this, but is this game over for Light? That's the question. We're going to be having more raids coming out, and that's a miss rally there for Barracks. A little bit unfortunate. He could have done a much better job of rallying his trades, and now of course they're going to be coming into Cloak and coming out here. So this rush almost is over. But now the question is how much damage, right? Because Light has got 2 bases, Barracks got 1. Alright, I understand now. It finally dawned on me. The secret behind Barracks' build is that he doesn't have an expansion. Noob, me. Anyways, we're going to be having a move out from Barracks, 2 tanks, a couple of vultures, 2 marines, and Light with his double factory, double command center should have no problem coming forward here. But these raids, and with the specific terrain of this map, Metropolis, things will get interesting in the middle of the map. There could be a lot of potential for drops, vulture drops, tank drops, you name it. And a company with a strong raid force, it will be something. But for the time being, Barracks gotta be on the back foot here. He's rebuilding his barracks. His enemy's got 2 tanks, 4 go light. Of course, these raids will need to get repaired. Another question is, when is the siege mode? Is it done? Is it done? That's the question. We have 3 tanks coming from Barracks, which is nice. And these players, for the time being, are just sitting at home and relaxing. So I will also sit back at home and relax a little bit and try to thank all of you who supported me in the last 30 days. So I'm gonna name you one by one: Mr. McDonald, Mr. Matt Damon, Mr. Peter from Sweden, and last but not least, Mr. Sea Goblin from Norway. Thanks a lot for your coffee. This is also Mr. Alex from Russia, Mr. Matt Damon. This is his photo. Mr. McDonald, thank you for your email, McDonald. McDonald. I'm feeling very shameful to call you McDonald, but I don't want to call you by your first name because that would give away how handsome you are. And I don't want anyone else to compete in terms of handsomeness compared to me. Anyways, these was gonna get trapped. Mr. Peter from Sweden, thanks a lot, and Mr. Sea Goblin from Norway. Very nice. I hope that you have an amazing week ahead. Enjoy everything, and have some sexy boom times with your loved ones. Peter, let me just write Peter's name here so I don't forget. There we go. Alright, enough of the thanking business. We're gonna be having this game back in action now. Barracks 67 supplied like 74. I think I should just take that expansion. It's very easy to take. Now the question is, this map, how many bases do we have? That's something that will be very interesting to check out for. So I'm just gonna quickly show you what the map looks like. So here are the bases, right? There are possibly 3 per person to start. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are 3, and there's some center base. So it's odd number of bases. Of course, the middle base is very hard to take. So we shall see what will happen. We've seen some crazy TVT on maps where there are odd number of bases. This dropship will get spawned by the floating building here in Engineering Bay. Of course, maybe the raid is good there to attack. Looks like there's gonna be some scanning business, but these raids from Light are chasing the wrong units here. They're gonna try to chase the other raids. They will chase the Marine, but the drop has started inside of Light's main. Light is gotta have to return here. Those vultures are coming through. They will destroy the SCV on gas to get 2 SCV, 3, 4, 5. Need to be doing some moving shot. One of the vultures getting trapped. He's doing some good shot. Now looks like the frontal attack though from Light is looking scary. These tanks have got no anti-air. They have some siege mode. They need to come out and repair it. Do they have money to make turrets or not? The dropship falls. And now Barracks is on the back foot, and Light has got so much, so much stuff, so much infantry. 3 vultures go out. These tanks are getting destroyed very, very quickly here. There's no saying there's going to be anti-raid coming from Barracks. It just looks like Barracks is ill-prepared for this game. He just not really prepared. And now those SVs are coming out. The last tank will fall. This one tank a little bit backward, but it's going to be enough to cover the SCV line. It might. We're going to finally have Goliaths. So these raids from Barracks get pushed back, but just superior economy from Light. It's just so good here. And he's got his enemy completely contained. He's got the 3rd base coming up. Of course, maybe this game will not end right now, but it will end very soon. Tank's gonna come out, and now they're gonna be within reach of this mineral patch. So these SCVs will fall. No, they're not within reach of that mineral patch. Sorry, I thought it's within. Okay, that vulture from Barracks is saving the day actually. That is gonna be allowing his enemy to kind of slow down the expansion a little bit. And these tanks are coming back because Light says, you know what? I don't need to be so close to your base. I know that you have the high ground advantage. You can shell me from there. Let me back up a little bit and get a better conclave, or concave rather, to surround you. And okay, we're gonna be having raids coming through. SVs are coming out, but there's gonna be some siege mode happening here. SVs are trying to do some good shot. Be careful not to lose every single Goliath. If you lose all of the Goliaths, these raids will come in and eat your tank forces alive. But it looks like at the last minute, one more tank will fall. This Goliath is gonna try to do some good shot, but because he didn't make any turrets. Okay, now we do have the first Valkyrie out, so that's gonna be a nice way for him to attack. Need to pull back though. He will pull back the Valkyrie. He's doing some good shot, but just a single Valkyrie is not enough. We might see Barracks GG soon because he's got no anti-air and he's got no anti-ground. So fortunately for all of us who don't like long TvT, this game will end very, very quickly. And with that, it is going to be a victory for Light. We shall see Light versus Soki in the winner set, which is going to be very nice. Highly anticipated game. More tanks coming out. SVs are going to try to come out here to take some tank shot. But nice target fire from Light to make sure he can kill the forward tanks. At the last bit, there are 2 tanks remaining for Light, but he just traded so much better. And the next wave of tank will come out now. So it's going to be impossible. And very good target shot. Amazing target firing. One tank will take out that other tank, and more vultures coming out and laying some mines to destroy that tank. So it's going to need to retreat his vultures to not get them damaged. But now 6 more tanks go through. Of course, Barracks can still be able to take an expansion. Why not? He can take an expansion here if he tries. But yeah, he won again the high ground advantage, which is nice, and pull his enemy back. And seeing that Light will retreat. Okay, this is gonna get interesting because if Light lets let go of this choke right here, then Barracks forces can stream right through. And that's gonna be problematic because when Barracks is able to get up to 3 bases successfully, he can start to go inside the enemy's main with some drops, and this base will be secured forever, I think. So that is something to take into account. And Light has decided it's gonna be the moment to assault, but he's gonna be on the low ground and there are way too many mines. So he's not gonna be able to do anything at all. But of course he can try to penetrate the middle, and Barracks gonna be super careful as well because he's getting spread out very thin. As you can see, this choke right here, this small bridge could just get attacked multiple times. So Light's job now is just to make sure his enemy cannot move out from the ground. But in my experience, when one of the Terran players got enough 3 bases, I think is enough, right? He can start to think about drops because he's got enough, gas from the 3 geyser to kind of go around and do some nice dropping business. So that's something to keep in mind. And Barracks already started to saturate his new base. I think that might be a premature SCV sent. Looks like the current commentator was showing to us that +1 opens is done on Light's forces first, which is nice. And yeah, of course, you can see those SCVs are returning now. That's premature SCV timing there, which is slightly unfortunate. Of course, it's this this high level of play. Sometimes, you know, one of the players is just not really optimizing correctly, so that's understandable. But we'll be having, of course, both the players still coming up with more raids here. Best gotta be careful because the reinforcing raids from Light is coming very, very quickly. He would take out one last time, and he need to retreat now. Now or never, now or never. It's gonna get all of his raid destroyed. He gets with it last time, so he does get, I think, about 3 tanks or 1 tank, which isn't bad. He was able to trade, but Light is coming out with a 30 supply differential, and he's gonna get 1 more base. So that's good. So Barracks need to go off for drop. I mean, now Light's main base is not yet fully fortified. It's very hard to fortify this area. It's very hard. Very hard. Anyways, it's going to be a frontal attack. I don't know if this is the right idea because there's a floating barracks here which you want to see everything. But there's possibly enough vulture to actually take the damage. But now the next wave is coming. No, looks like the raids come through and clean up all of the tanks. There's no anti-air once again. No, there is some anti-air. There's a single Goliath, which is good. He pushes these forces back. But Light is now ahead by about 50 supply, which is good. I don't really understand why Barracks is insisting on ground pushes. He could just go for usual, you know, drop. He could easily drop Light's main. But of course, to do that, you will need to pay a lot of investment onto your air fleet, which means you would not have enough, you know, slot to make your raids and your Valkyries, I think. So that is a problem. Anyways, looks like these raids will come out to do a cleanup job, and Light should be winning momentarily. He's got his 4 bases. He might even want to make a 5th one. Light is almost about to win here, but Barracks, if he can get some kind of drop magic happening, keep in mind that this 4th base could still get assaulted. I mean, not assaulted, but get lifted, right? We could have some forces from Barracks coming to that side, and that is gonna allow him to just suddenly flow forces towards the bottom left. That is exactly what he wants right now. If you can actually drop, you know, some vultures or something, that would be great, of course. You know, in this kind of really, really macro-oriented TvT, it's hard to make 4 vultures in the middle of everything because you need to dedicate 4 factories to making vultures. And, you know, sometimes there's just too much, you know, army differential between the 2 players that missing 4 vultures in the battle is hard. And also the enemy might see that you have, you know, all of a sudden fewer of something, which means you have more of something else, or maybe something else is somewhere else on this map. Yeah, anyways, this Barracks will fall, which is a pity. The angle is so bad for Barracks. Look at it. Look at his concave is so bad. The enemy has got a much better curvature to surround the area, so of course it's going to be really, really inefficient trades here for Barracks, but he still has the loser set to think of. He can fight against Scan. Another TvT, yay! By the way, tomorrow we will have a lot more interesting games, so take a look at the lineup for tomorrow. Alright, GG. Tomorrow we'll have Speed, Rush. No, that's not correct. Sharp, Speed, Jaedong, and Best. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.